The vampires in the Vampire Diaries universe are some of the most powerful characters ever being created in the show, mainly because of their enhanced supernatural capabilities. However, out of all of these vampires, you have the upper echelon of vampires. So in this video, I'll be ranking my top 10 picks of the most powerful vampires in the entirety of the Vampire Diaries universe. In this video, however, I will be excluding Hope, mainly because she's by far the hardest vampire to actually rank in terms of our physical capabilities. Also, feel free to let me know your rankings in the comments below. Anyways, onto the list.
Let her go, Elijah. No need for this to become vulgar.
And there he is. Tristan.
At number 10, I have the leader of the Strix, Tristan de Martel. Tristan is the third oldest vampire, as in the third oldest sired vampire ever been created and the oldest vampire from Elijah's sideline. Although we didn't actually get to see Tristan fight much, the only other character that could possibly be stronger than Tristan that isn't Lucian or an original is going to be Aurora. But I don't think Aurora will be stronger than Tristan based on the fact that, well, Aurora was a girl when she was turned and Tristan was a young adult. And Tristan would be much stronger than Aurora when he was still a human. And by the way that vampirism work, you only get heightened based on your base strength as a human. So if you were stronger as a human, you're still going to be stronger than somebody that's a vampire, especially when you were turned within the same year. And seeing as very powerful vampires highly respect him and highly revere him, very likely means that Tristan is like as strong as a lot of people make him out to be. So yeah, I think Tristan earned his spot as number 10 over Aurora, even though Aurora was turned before him, but it was only for about a few days. And I think Tristan just has the edge on her due to the fact that he was a stronger human.
There was never any hope for you, brother. No self-control. Finn.
And on to our first original vampire, we got Finn Mikaelson. I think Finn is unanimously agreed to be the weakest of the originals, mainly because he has lost to pretty much everyone and he's also been daggered the longest. Although I don't highly believe that that's a main component on how strong an original is, but it does affect them due to the fact that Finn doesn't really get the time to actually train to fight because he's been daggered for so long. And the time that he actually got undaggered, he was killed pretty much within the same year. So it makes sense that Finn is easily the weakest original because the others actually got time to acclimate to their powers. However, Finn is still an original, so he would still be ranked above every other vampire that isn't an original.
Rather foolish of you to come here alone.
She didn't come alone, brother.
At number 8, Kol Mikaelson. Well, we know that Kol is definitely stronger than Finn because he actually beat him in a fight. However, the argument for Kol is that he might be stronger than Rebekah, but I don't think that he actually is. This is mainly because Kol was living more of a normal life, whereas Rebekah was always with Klaus and Elijah. Meaning that whatever they learned, Rebekah very likely learned, so she's probably just as skilled or at least close to being as skilled as them. Whereas Kol isn't. However, we do know for sure that he's definitely stronger than Finn because he beat Finn in a fight.
Little sister, I should have known. I assume the 6 dead vampires were your doing.
They were very rude. Trying to victimize a poor innocent girl just trying to find her way to the quarter. So sorry, were they friends of yours? Well, that's right, you don't have any friends.
At number 7, Rebekah Mikaelson. Rebekah is, like I said earlier on, a lot more skilled fighter than Kol is. This is mainly because she was always with Klaus and Elijah, and we know that Elijah is probably the most skilled fighter in the verse. And we've actually got to see Rebekah fight, like, a few times. However, if you do believe that Kol is actually stronger than Rebekah in your own opinion, then I'm actually fine with that. It could go either way.
Gentlemen. Shall we?
At number 6, we got the honorable one, Elijah Mikaelson. Elijah is easily the most skilled fighter we've ever actually seen in the verse, like in terms of hand-to-hand fighting. I mean, look at him. Like, Elijah is also the only other character, well, at least other than Michael, that actually gets the upper hand against Klaus even as a hybrid, as in he's the only other original that actually does that. Although yes, the moment that Klaus actually gets very serious, he tends to always win, but Elijah does always put up a good fight compared to the others, who Klaus almost always laughs at because they are just vastly weaker than him. And we know that Elijah is definitely the stronger of the 4 original vampires that have actually been listed so far, mainly because Elijah made a single threat to Rebekah, and Rebekah backs down immediately. Knowing Rebekah's character, Rebekah doesn't just back down like that. Rebekah backed down out of fear. Not to mention, Elijah actually threatened to abandon Klaus and actually went through with it without Klaus actually doing anything when Klaus was still just a vampire. Remember when Rebekah just threatened to want to leave Klaus and actually stay with Stefan and just allow Klaus to just run away from Michael alone? Klaus daggered her, but Klaus did nothing to him. So yeah, Elijah definitely deserves his spot at number 6 above the rest of his siblings.
You filthy dogs.
Coming in at number 5, you got a destroyer, Michael. Michael is by far stronger than everyone below him. Like, there is absolutely no arguments about that. Like, Michael is so strong that I initially genuinely believed that he actually got an enhancement of the original spell. As in, the spell that Esther made, Esther probably gave him a different version, at least a stronger version. But it's highly likely that she actually didn't. Michael is just that strong. Possibly due to the fact that he was freakishly strong as a human. But yeah, Michael is the only non-enhanced original that we've actually seen contend with Klaus. Like, being so strong that he actually pushed Klaus to the point in which it is actually a 50-50 chance that Klaus might die. Although yes, you can still tell that Klaus has a slight edge on him, but still, like, Michael, based on the fact that Michael actually has that performance against Klaus, especially in the first fight that they actually had in the originals where Michael was winning, makes it so that Michael easily earns his spot at number 5, especially based on the fact that Michael is a madman. Like, Michael doesn't even feel pain. Like, pain is a social construct that he does not agree with. He removed Tunde's blade like it was nothing. Tanks, werewolf bites, like it was nothing. Nothing phases this guy. There's some arguments for him being stronger than Klaus. I don't personally think so. I think Klaus still has the edge over him, but I understand where this shout's actually coming from. Coming in at number 5, we got the original hybrid Klaus Mikaelson. Like I said earlier on with Michael, I think Klaus does have the edge over him, especially when we actually take into account their second fight in the original. I think the first fight in the originals, they actually was even, like it was a 50-50. I think Michael eventually came out on top right at the end, and then obviously Klaus did a trick on him. But in their second fight, Klaus was showing that he was definitely the stronger of the two. Klaus was also shown contending with an upgraded Marcel, which is a very good feat, seeing as the same Marcel was shown like wiping multiple originals. Although yes, Marcel wasn't necessarily trying to kill Klaus or even going all out, but it's still a great feat. Because even when Marcel isn't trying, he quite effortlessly ends Elijah like it's nothing. So yeah, I think Klaus definitely earns his spot at number 4. Although some people might argue that Klaus should probably be higher, I don't really think so based on how like those characters were made. As in they were made specifically to be stronger than all of the originals. So I think Klaus would very likely be at number 4 anyways. At number 3, we got the Darkness Alaric Swordsman, specifically when he was an enhanced original vampire. Alaric is basically Michael but on crack. Like, think about all the mad stuff that Michael does and then give it to somebody that is much stronger than him. That's Alaric. Like, Alaric is so strong that he was basically like one-shotting everyone. You got Rebekah trying to stand up to him? Not anymore. You got Klaus trying to stand up to him? Not anymore. Like, he was freakishly strong. And the worst part is this guy barely feels pain. Like, I don't even think he registers pain. Like, this guy was walking under sunlight, getting burnt with no daylight ring. Like, it's nothing. Not to mention he was healing faster than the sunlight could actually burn him. I would have him higher on the list, but based on the fact that he really only came across 2 separate originals on 2 separate occasions, like he didn't fight both of them at the same time, it's kind of hard to actually put him up against someone like Marcel or someone like Lucien, who actually did that. But all in all, Alaric definitely earned his spot at number 3.
Now, the truth is, Marcel took that serum the moment I offered it to him. He ain't even hesitate. So if the Mikaelsons think he's dead, they're in for a hell of a surprise.
At number 2, you got a prince of the city, Marcel Gerard. Like I said for Alaric, both Marcel and Lucien actually have way better feats than him. Not to mention, Marcel has a lethal venom that's confirmed by writers to actually be able to one-shot him. But even if we exclude the super venom, like I said, way better feats. Like, Marcel fought 3 originals in the exact same night, fighting 2 of them at the exact same time, being Elijah and Klaus. And he won easily in seconds. Not to mention, Marcel elevated Klaus with a single punch into a room on the 2nd floor with 1 punch. So yeah, Marcel definitely earned this spot.
It's over.
You don't understand. He drank the serum. He wanted you to kill him. You helped him take the final step.
And then finally, we got our number 1 being Lucien Castle. Lucien is what we call a sore winner. Like, he's a bully. Like, this guy was bullying Klaus Mikaelson in a fight. Like, not because he was much stronger than him, but because he was actually, like, bullying him like how a bully would treat, like, a nerd. Like, this guy was playing Why You Hating Yourself with Klaus Mikaelson. Like, this guy beats the anger out of Klaus. Like, this was a pure violation. Not to mention, before that, Lucien beat the brakes off of both Elijah and Finn before that. And then obviously again, he fought Klaus and Hayley at the same time, toying with both of them and easily winning. Like, even sending Klaus through a building with 1 throw. Lucien was also the only character that actually made Klaus kneel to him. Like, he was too strong. It just happened to be that he forgot about Freya for some reason. But anyways, let me know what you think about this in the comments below, if we have a different opinion, or even if we share the same opinion. And if you enjoyed the video, then a like will be much appreciated. And if you haven't subscribed yet, then feel free to do so for more content of the Vampire Diaries universe.